Always
We're on
something.
a round table. That's weird.
All right. So lots going on. Of course, the continuation of Trump.
Excuse me if I cough through.
Oh yeah, she got something going on.
Got a cough
Bronchitis
coming
or something.
back. It's just weird.
Drink your tea and you got a cough drop. So, but a lot going on with Trump. A lot going on
It's
with
the same stuff.
Same thing. Well, he said his his speech from
his
yesterday.
speech is always dogging people out and throwing shade at
Marjorie Taylor Greene, her crazy self.
Mm-hmm. You said she's you honestly think she's cuckoo on purpose.
Now I'm starting to think she is crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
I think she is crazy. And what else? Who else is going on? Oh, I got xscape on there. Got some special interest stories on here. Okay. So we'll talk about a lot today, giving your opinion, and then I'm sure y'all gonna get y'all opinion in the chat.
You haven't done surveys in a while.
Yes, I did. I put some.
What's your recent survey?
I said, do you think that the trial is a waste of taxpayers' money?
Oh, that was your recent.
Okay. And then I did. I don't know. You have to go in there and look. It's a couple on there. I did. Okay. I've been doing surveys. Who do you think the richest man in the world is?
Because if I laugh hard, I start coughing.
Who you think the richest man in the world is? Oh, the Forbes did the richest billionaires.
Out of the
celebrities.
Top of billionaires.
Celebrities.
Oh, celebrities. Because there's billionaires who are not celebrities.
No, these are the top celebrity billionaires.
Okay.
All right. So you watched The View, and what happened?
There's a few clippings that of course they give their update on the whole thing with Trump and his speech yesterday. He's dogging out the judge, dogging out the prosecutor, talking about their family. I mean, everybody hates the Trump family. Everybody's
his
against
sons
them.
are horrible.
Witch hunts.
He didn't even ask for the tall one to say anything, and he's been on there talking. When he was saying about all his kids going to be involved, he mentioned Donald Jr. He didn't say anything about the blonde, and he's right there. He is that character on SNL.
Yes.
That's dumb.
And
you notice he didn't mention Tiffany.
No, he never does. That's why people were like, why you at her wedding?
I feel sorry for her.
She's the forgotten kid.
But she trying to get in there so she don't lose that money. Well, if there's any left.
Hopefully he wrote her down and don't change his will.
Because he said, all my kids are behind me or whatever. Donald and the other one.
He mentioned their name.
And then he said, and Barron, he's tall. People must keep telling him Barron is tall. Barron, he's tall. And then Ivanka, no mention of Tiffany. None.
Everybody kind of knows that she's kind of like the black sheep.
But she needs to stop trying to be all up under him.
Is that what she's doing, though? She's trying to?
She's trying to because her mother's telling her, you need to get out there. Do something so he don't cut you out of the
Well, he actually came to the wedding, so we were surprised about that.
You got to get out there. Barron, he's tall. Barron is... Never mind.
So as in that the Saturday Night Live skits about those two brothers is really true.
Yes. One is stupid and the other one is dumb.
He kind of speaks for him.
It's Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yep.
Okay. The son's going to always be there. Regardless, they dad, like he said, they dad can just do totally wrong. Like, take someone's life out. They'll still be like, Dad, he deserves it, Dad.
Trump can say something bad, but he can't go too overboard. He sends his sons to do that.
Yeah.
They go overboard.
Yeah.
Because they're not in any position. So
that's kind of like throwing them under the bus in a sense.
He don't care about those kids.
Like, let them make the comments that I don't really want to make, but I feel that.
And they realize that they got to keep the thing going, torch going, even after he leaves. Yeah. He went from The Apprentice to this.
I know.
So now he totally changed their lives. So they now they're not with that whole Democratic lead anymore. So now they got to be like with, farmers and people like that they have nothing to do with. But those are the people that support them. So they have to like pretend that they're like down to earth people. And
I wonder how the daughter, you don't see her anymore with her husband. They're really trying to stay clear.
Because they was coming after them.
But think about it. I don't know how clear she and his wife and let's just say for sake of argument, he becomes the president again. His wife is back in the White House as first lady. Would she be so bold? Would she be so bold to say, I don't want him no more? I don't want to be in this anymore.
No, because she signed that prenup, remember? The last election.
So she has to be in the house like this.
No, she's with the.
I'm not happy.
She probably with the pool boy and everybody.
Okay, we'll see.
Melania getting it on. Don't worry. And Melania's from another country, so she could go to another country and get it on, and nobody would even know.
Because they got cameras all over them. She can't go anywhere. Right?
How come you ain't heard nothing from her? Ain't nobody following Melania?
Because she's staying low. She's staying
low. So leave her alone. Let her do what she do.
We'll see how this.
Let her go spend his money.
But yeah, that's what they were talking about last night. Just
about his.
It's almost like what you were saying. You were pretty much saying that yesterday's show.
Everything
Alyssa is pretty much saying what Kim is saying.
Everything I said yesterday.
This is not going to stick, you guys. It's not.
Or not that it won't stick. It's just, is this worth? It's the job.
She's not even saying, is it worth it? Because yes, he's done wrong. But if they're going to go after him, he's not going to spend any jail time, is what she said on The View. And of course, Sonny begged to differ.
Well, Sonny's
with the whole prosecutor part of it. But every prosecutor does not win, Sonny, because remember O.J. Simpson.
Right.
His prosecuting team didn't win.
But if you go after a former president of the United States, I said all this yesterday, it's like going after Jaws. And you going in a fishing boat?
Yeah.
That's why when he got out there, he went out there in the deep and then was like, oh, we're going to need a bigger boat. It's like, I feel like that's what this is.
The bigger boat are the things that he's accused of coming later.
To me, the biggest boat that he has, the documents to me aren't a big boat.
Voting thing?
To me, the biggest boat that they have is the voting thing. I don't know. Let's see. But anyway, what did they say?
Will Bragg's case against Trump hold up in court?
All right. Before we start, M. Perk, Mike said, hi, ladies.
Hey.
Scooby-Doo says, hello, everyone.
Hello.
Wendy says, hello, reporters.
Hey.
There you go. Hey. Scooby-Doo says, I agree. He would throw his older children under the bus. They all need to get in trouble. Wendy saying hi to everybody. And Mike says, Tiffany is not a conservative or does whatever he thinks. I agree.
Yeah.
He's not a conservative either. He's a Democrat.
He's a phony baloney.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You said he and Howard Stern were good friends back in the day.
And Joy went to his wedding. He's a Democrat.
He is truly not conservative.
Yeah, he's not conservative.
But he knows that's some of his votes.
But he knows that's the lane.
Holding the Bible upside down. Whatever he needs to do.
Yeah.
Quote a scripture wrong. Yeah. It don't matter. He's trying.
That's his lane. Allegedly, what they say, allegedly paying the doorman off because the doorman said he had a child.
Yeah.
A secret child. And they came to find out it wasn't a secret child. Mm-hmm. But the fact that you was trying to pay him off, that means you was like, dipping.
Hush. He has the right.
That means you thought you had a secret child.
He has the right.
You was dipping out there.
Thank you. Because he done it so much. It's like, ooh, did this one catch up to me?
Mama said the girlfriend, the one that said she's in love with him, he took her to Trump Tower, took her up to the room and showed him all his wife stuff. And
you said his lawyers now.
His lawyers are
being funny when
I
you
told
said
you
it.
When I said his
They're
lawyers,
probably tied to the mob.
They look like mafia lawyers. And they are.
He looked like the one guy when they were talking on the show. I looked at him and I went, I don't want to stereotype, but I had to stereotype. I said, did he defend Capone?
Hey, let me tell you
He's that
something.
Type of lawyer.
Let me tell you something. It doesn't
Hush,
matter.
I got this.
No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, all this stuff.
To crucify him, I got him. I'll get him off.
All the stuff you're talking about doesn't matter. What only matters is what can stick.
Yeah.
What can stick.
If it can't stick, no.
Yeah, no.
We out of here.
Well, Johnny Cochran, if it don't fit. Did you see Johnny
quit?
If y'all remember, when they brought that glove out, Johnny Cochran was looking like, oh shoot. That told me he know OJ was guilty. It was like that. He was like, they was like, we got a glove, and we don't have him try it on.
That he had worn,
and then Johnny Cochran was like this.
Gotta get out of this some kind of way.
Which means you think your client is guilty. And then when he put the glove on, they was like, no.
I watched enough Law and Order and other shows. It doesn't matter if they think you're guilty.
It doesn't matter. It's what can stick.
They're using the law to get you off.
Yep.
And prove that. I mean, it's really unfortunate. That's why they call
need it because if
they call defense lawyers like, you're defending the most hideous criminal.
But what if you
know good and well he had the thing in his hand and everything. No, he was insane.
No, I
plead insanity.
I feel like if I'm on the other side, it is the process. You are innocent.
You got to find all you can to prove that they're guilty.
So it doesn't matter whether I'm innocent or not. It matters whether
you
the
gotta prove it.
You need
that's
to
the
prove
hard thing
that I'm
about
guilty.
That's the one thing about our legal system that I'm like, if you don't have your ducks in a row, and here's how we mess up a lot. Like, what's her name? Hadim. What's the girl in Chicago that the mother whose daughter was life was taken, and she went to visit the Obama thing. That black girl. This dude is getting off. Do you know? He's going to have another trial. Do you know why? Because the police officers made a mistake.
Yeah.
When the police officers make a mistake with how they bring him in, read him his rights, paperwork. Any little hint, that person can get off. And then the mom is like, I don't really believe this.
Yeah.
They're going to let this guy possibly go who took my daughter's life.
But you can't just do whatever you want if you're the police.
I know, but the sad thing about it, and y'all whoever watch Law and Order, y'all know it's segments.
All right.
Law and Order is the police officers doing their thing. Then they say, okay, lawyers, do we got enough to bring him in? Nah, you can't prove that he was there. You didn't prove that he had the gun or whatever.
All right.
And they'll go and get it, and then they'll bring it back, and they'll go, okay, we got enough to do a warrant and with all of that. So they work together, but sometimes they even bump heads.
It matters. So let's see here.
Okay.
Scooby saying hello to everyone. Wendy says, give him 10 years. I'm good. He better keep that DA mouth out of his mouth and the judge's wife and daughter. We agree. Because then you'll have black folks coming after you. Unless it's a weak case.
You need death threats.
The True Blue says, hey, True. Hello, everyone. I just think after all of this, we get better regulations for our legislators. Like those who participated in J6 riots should be replaced, and Clarence and his wife should be gone as well. I agree. Wendy says, Lenore, did you watch the video I sent you on Johnny Cochran? Oh, so you need to.
I gotta watch it. Thank you for reminding me. But you guys, we all know a good lawyer, good money can get you off, even if you are guilty.
All right, let's see what they're saying.
You know who made the trip downtown to a Manhattan courthouse to face justice? Where a district Alvin Bragg laid out the case against him. Take a look.
Earlier this afternoon, Donald Trump was arraigned on a New York Supreme Court indictment returned by a Manhattan grand jury on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in the first degree. These are felony crimes in New York State, no matter who you are. We cannot and will not normalize serious criminal conduct. Why did Donald Trump repeatedly make these false statements? The evidence will show that he did so to cover up crimes relating to the 2016 election. This is the business capital of the world. We regularly do cases involving false business statements.
That's what they do. So after he was charged, you know he retreated to his safe space in Mar-a-Lago, where he made very pointed and personal attacks. Take a look.
You're kidding.
I never thought anything like this could happen in America. Prosecutor Alvin Bragg of New York, who campaigned on the fact that he would get President Trump. I'm going to get him. This fake case was brought only to interfere with the upcoming 2024 election, and it should be dropped immediately. I have a Trump-hating judge with a Trump-hating wife and family.
Is he talking about his family?
I love how he
didn't say the dog.
I love how you say fake. He will say the dog.
The dog even hates me. I bet he's growling now.
So he coined the phrase, everybody say now fake news.
Fake news.
So now he's trying to put out fake trial.
Yeah.
Fake judge, fake everybody.
They a witch hunt against me. They just trying to get... It's personal, you guys. It's personal.
But I told you it is personal. I said that yesterday. And I said I didn't like that.
I know.
I said that, y'all, everything... You don't like the man. I know y'all don't like comb over. But he's not lying. Mm-hmm. It is personal.
Yeah, but I don't think nobody cares.
No, because you don't
only
like
his
him.
People care, yeah.
Because you don't like him. But what if it's the others? What if it's somebody that you like? that they doing that. That's what I said. I don't like that.
But I get what you're saying, and it's still like we can't do anything
I know.
unless we all protest.
It's personal, and I think I told y'all what's going to happen, kind of along the lines of what you're saying, true. It's going to be more legislation. I think Congress is going to say something. You cannot bring
Just go after some
ex-president. I know what you said yesterday, Mike. It doesn't matter about the title, but it does because of the fact that other countries are watching. So if your country looks weak, and you just calling your leaders out and putting them in court for any kind of violation that you think is worthy, a regular person, you treat them like they regular people. Other countries will look at you in a different way. They would look at you like it doesn't matter whether you're president in that country.
But even with that, like you saying, you used an example of my CEO versus me.
Yes.
I mean, for me personally, I see what you're saying to an extent.
But a title does matter.
To me, it doesn't in a sense. I see it matters where you do it and who the peers are. But not the law is not.
I agree.
The law itself says you steal, you're in trouble. You kill, you're in trouble. They do big time killing, big time stealing. But they're both breaking the law.
But if you go after a CEO of a company versus you, just an employee, you better have your ducks in a row.
Yeah.
Because if you just somebody coming up and saying, Bezos did this, you could destroy not only him, you could destroy the whole company because of the allegation.
Now,
that's why I said too much is given, much is required. Okay. The higher you are, just like in church, your pastor, that's why even God thinks that way. If your pastor messes up, that's even though sin is sin, it's no different in God's eyes. Whether it's a parishioner,
if he violates somebody,
or whether it's a pastor, both of y'all messed up in God's eyes.
Right.
But he does hold that pastor more responsible because he has sheep. So you knocked that pastor down. You didn't took away a whole church. You took away thousands of people that watch him. People maybe watch him on television.
But keep that in mind because that can be an argument on both sides. That makes people afraid to come at them because they are high level.
I agree.
So you got to be careful with that because people, even with women being violated by high CEOs, they have pull, they have connections where they'll make you look stupid for coming at them with your little paddle.
It's a catch-22.
Yeah,
because it's almost
you need a number of people
to
all come at them.
I hear what you're saying, and I agree. Yeah. It's almost like because the person is so high, you're afraid because the stakes are so high.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know. I'm not
a hard one.
I'm not in Congress, so I don't know what laws they can pass, but maybe behind the scenes, things need to be looked at. I don't know, whatever.
But I think
you just can't bring a president
to your point, I think things need to be in place legally, a law or something, where if someone does come at them, this all needs to be in a row before they can even come at, like Obama, or Clinton, So I don't know.
All right, let's see. Lenore, okay, Cochran. Mike says everyone got their thumbs up on the like button. Yes, everybody hit the like button. That's the only way the computer sees it. Scooby-Doo says everything is fake with him, but he never talks about that fake tan. Somebody should yell that out.
I wish somebody, they too afraid because he'll come at them. He'll come after them and their family. If a news report even says, you keep saying fake news, Mr. President. What about that fake tan you got on? Everybody's afraid to do that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Scooby-Doo says he already made our country a laughingstock. That's true too. Wendy says God has no respect of persons, neither do I. M. Perk says other countries have placed leaders on trial, and some have gone to jail. I agree. Scooby-Doo says exactly. M. Perk. Scooby-Doo says Wendy, truth. And then True says that's why the system of checks and balances was put in place.
I think
it's gone now, though.
I think what you're saying too, I kind of, as far as what triggered me when you said that higher level minister versus a layman in the church.
Yeah.
We look a lot of times we look at things in the spiritual world because too much is given, much is required. You mess up as a leader, that's a whole different mess up because you will have to pay for that. But God would do it. Vengeance, he'll hopefully do it. Because we don't even want us taking each other to court as Christians, and we do that so quickly.
The sin is the sin. God don't look at the sin differently.
But I'm saying we in our own eyes with our law, we do tend to, people walk around like Comb Over who thinks he is above it.
Law, yeah.
And that's why people are upset. He is not above it.
I agree.
But they're coming at him with these little tiny crimes that's not going to stick. Like you said, the big boat versus the little one.
But you can't go after them.
You can't go after
with
Jaws
a fishing
with
boat.
a little boat. Yeah.
You got to go after Jaws with a big
Maybe
boat.
they got a plan in place. Maybe they feel like nibbling at Jaws and sticking him every now and then will ruffle his feathers, and then they'll come at him with the bigger boat. So I don't know. That's a good point.
So we'll see. We'll see. Let me see what y'all saying. Truth says, okay, System Place and Balance. Scooby-Doo says, with all this man has done, who really thinks he is not guilty? Nobody. Everybody know he's guilty. Even his attorney know he's guilty. But it's not about, I told you they're mafia attorneys. It's not about what's guilty. It's about what you can prove.
What sticks.
You can say he's guilty.
But you know what? You mentioned it yesterday.
Guilty?
A mafia, when they come after the mafia or even the cartel, it'll probably be for a driving That's why his light is out on his car or something stupid.
That's why I'm not holding back by saying this may not go all the way. Because he's talked about the judge this tells you, this is how I know Trump is an idiot.
Right.
He doesn't realize the judge is the main person in the whole thing. He can throw the case out. Drink your tea. He can throw the case out. Or he can let this go as long as he wants it to. He can allow stuff in the case and then you got to do a mistrial. You got to have another. He should just leave the judge alone. I don't know why he's talking about the judge.
I know, and they told him not to.
They told him not to. His attorney said, "Don't talk about the judge."
Remember the judge?
He's an idiot. That's what I'm telling you. He's an idiot.
And the judges, hopefully, judges, that's why we vote on our judges, you guys. In your local area, always remember that. Your judges that are in place you seeing your black brothers and black sisters in front of these judges and you know they have a bad record. Remember that female judge that was over that black guy that ran over everybody?
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, why are you not telling him to be quiet?
Because she didn't want to mistrial.
He was acting cuckoo.
She wanted to get through
that. was a wise judge.
Yeah, she was wise.
To avoid mistrial. Because that knucklehead would have came back and said, you didn't do this. So, yeah, he doesn't think... like I said, he thinks he's above even the judge.
Yeah, he thinks he's above the judge.
Yeah, the judge likes me.
Nobody likes him. And that's but see, it can't be about, I keep trying to tell y'all, I know we don't like the man. Nobody likes him. It's like the kid in class that nobody likes. But if he gets railroaded, you got to be like, nobody likes the
railroaded, yeah.
Yeah, so...
But I understand what you're saying. Even though he may not be liked, he still needs a fair trial.
You got to have a fair trial.
Exactly.
And you can't just pull me in as the president,
because we don't like you.
Because you don't like me.
Because the same O.J. Simpson situation may happen. Right. He walked free and people was mad.
Yeah.
They was angry.
But see, people liked O.J. Simpson. Hold on. My leg is falling asleep. People like O.J. Simpson.
Not everybody. Not at that time.
But I mean, he was the guy that...
before the
running through the airport with the commercial.
And he still broke records and they still in the books.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, if somebody likes you, people don't, they don't say nothing.
Okay.
Scooby-Doo says you missed my earlier comment. I don't know which one is that one, Scooby. Write it again. Mike said mafia attorney, laugh out loud. And True says, so maybe more is coming down. I was getting ready to say that. So
more is coming.
No, this. Because we said they didn't get the mafia on them killing people. They got them on tax evasion. So maybe I'm hoping that they put this out and they have some evidence that's going to stick that makes everybody comfortable, other than just reading what the charges are.
Charges.
And it's making Trump comfortable. It's making him comfortable. It's making
Sarah
his attorney
said you got to be careful on that too, because if people are screaming at this level of how they came at him, saying when the real stuff comes,
right? They're gonna be like,
so you got to even be careful on how you putting stuff out there coming at him. Because his fans and his people are going to be like, everything you bring to him, even the truth, is still a lie.
Well, let's talk about this one, because this is the one I think is going to be the case that's going to get him. Mike Pence won't appeal ruling ordering him to testify in special counsel probe, spokesman says. Mother, I prayed about it, and they don't want me to go, Mother. What do you think I should do?
Wants me to know.
Well, Mike, when they tried to hang you, you still did what God told you to do. And so it still holds true today.
Hold your head up.
All right, Mother, but just be ready, Mother. They're going to try to come here and hang me again because
But God has our back. He's covering us. We're angels.
we have the blood of Jesus is covering the house.
They
Mike.
didn't even touch you when they even said
Mike, he made a way. You slid through the crowd like Jesus did. And you'll slide through this one when they come again to come after you. We'll make it, Mike.
Yeah, we'll make it. God has protected us.
But Mother, I don't want you to end up like Nancy Pelosi's husband. Don't worry, Mike.
God has our
God has, and if he doesn't, or God, if he does, I don't want to say he doesn't. He also gave us some nice firearms. Unlike Nancy Pelosi's husband.
We got to pull it
I
out.
pack under my bed. I'm a conservative, and I believe in carrying my weapons.
Concealed and carried. Lord
So let them break in, Mike. Let them break in.
Ready for them.
We got Jesus on one side, Mike, and we got our caliber on the other side.
On the other. Okay. So what is this now? He's not
Mike
going to.
Pence will not appeal a federal court ruling ordering him to testify in a special counsel probe into efforts by Donald Trump and his allies to subvert the 2020 election. A spokesman for the former vice president said Wednesday, teeing up a historic moment in both the special counsel's investigation and for the presidency. Pence is poised to recount for the first time under oath his direct conversation. See, I'm telling y'all, this is the boat to go get
the
Trump.
bigger boat,
not the other one, but we'll see. His direct conversation with Trump. So it's nobody's coming to get you. This is your vice president. This isn't the ugly Dems.
right?
This is the man you chose to run against you. I mean, with you. Getting ready to say something about you and what you said to him.
People have already, I'm on the other side. People have already kicked Pence to the curb.
Not Christians.
Well,
Pence is going to tell the truth.
This morning, the news he's going to appear on.
See, my mother's like that.
he has to do the right thing.
My mother's like that 80-year-old Christian. Now, Pence is going to tell the truth.
Oh, he's being led by God, to be honest.
He's going to tell the truth.
Just go out there and just be yourself. Tell the truth. And shame the devil.
Like David and Saul.
Oh, okay. Mama says like David and Saul.
Trump is Saul and
oh yeah,
Pence
Saul
is
tried
David.
to kill David. Yeah.
Respect.
Trump tried to kill. Saul tried to kill David. Trump tried to kill.
And David didn't
Pence.
touch Saul because he said, "Touch not my anointed."
Well, I don't know.
Neither do my prophet any harm. I'll get him.
Well,
not you.
But he's getting ready to say something. So here we go.
Okay, go ahead.
His conversation with Trump leading up to January 6, 2021, when Trump pressured him unsuccessfully to block the 2020 elections results and may have been acting corruptly, according to sources who explain the judge's rulings. The date for Pence's grand jury appearance is not yet known. This is damaging for Trump. A former vice president has never before complied with a criminal probe subpoena to testify about the actions of a then president, putting Pence in a position to define the powers of his former office. Pence's apparent decision to provide information to special counsel Jack Smith comes as he is exploring a possible challenge to Trump for the Republican presidential. Now, this is where they'll mess up.
Who is them?
This is how they'll get him.
Get who?
Pence. If he runs for president, they'll say he's just doing it because he wants Trump out of the race so he can win. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
If he doesn't run for president, there's no reason for him to have anything. Why is he saying this and going after Trump if it's a lie?
Because he's running for president.
No, if he's not running for president.
Oh.
If he's running for president, then they'll say that's the reason why he's
But didn't
lying.
he say he was running, Ma?
We don't know yet.
He hasn't announced it.
He hasn't announced it.
Now, it's almost like a blessing in disguise that they did say, kill Mike Pence, because this sets the whole foundation for him to say, wow, for people to go, wow, he was trying to, the people were chanting, get rid of him. And he's a good man. He's a good man of God and, conservative and whatever. Why are they trying to get, I'll understand if they have to he has to tell the truth. He has to tell what the man said to him and that he was being kind of like threatening a way that if you don't do it. And that's probably what they were doing. They were threatening him. Yeah. Kill him because he didn't take heed to what Trump said.
So to me, this is the big case to me.
Oh,
the January 6th is the big case.
Yeah. The insurrection. And the voting.
Well, not the January 6th, the voting suppression.
Oh, yeah.
This is the biggest case to me.
Yeah.
It's him trying to overturn the election and him trying to bully the vice president to not do what he's supposed to do legally.
Yeah.
And getting on the phone, calling that man in Georgia, telling him to find him 13,000 votes or something like that. Mm-hmm. That to me is
find me some votes.
Yeah.
Find me some votes.
Let me see. Scooby-Doo says basically they were too careful on gathering information, so I feel that they are confident. Plus, other states are waiting to indict. And Mike says no one should ask Pence to be loyal to Trump. Trump was not loyal to him. I agree.
I think it's not so much him being loyal. It's him telling the truth.
He has to tell the truth.
Even though if it's ugly. It's the ugly truth. But hopefully if he is the man that he says he is as far as his integrity, he has to tell it. So I'm glad he's not appealing.
We'll see.
Okay.
All right. Here's your representative.
Our dear friend, Marjorie Taylor Greene. It was some comment that she made and people are laughing. The View ladies had to even go, what?
Is it on here?
You know what? I think they may talk a little bit before.
Yesterday. Only had a modest showing of MAGA supporters, including some very brief cameos by George Santos and Marjorie Taylor Greene, who were shouted away by crowds. They were like, yeah, whoosh. And I guess, they were there to support who.
Yeah, but this is New York City. This is not, Florida.
I know. Yeah. And it's not Georgia either, where she should really be back at home working.
I want to show the clip of Marjorie.
Show the clip.
Let's see this clip for a second.
President Trump is joining some of the most incredible people in history being arrested today. Nelson Mandela was arrested, served time in prison. Jesus was arrested and murdered by the Roman government.
All right, first of all, we already discussed Jesus yesterday. Jesus is so upset about this because he never gave hush money to a porn star. Jesus.
Okay.
She using them as examples because he's being arrested. Nelson Mandela. Okay. We can be on this all night with that one. And Jesus.
It was already bad enough when she said Nelson Mandela.
I'm sitting here going, neither one of those men,
a man who fought,
was not with a porn star.
The freedom of his people,
and was let go and became the president of South Africa. How did Jesus?
And then she said, Jesus.
See how she is, y'all. Do you think she may be doing this to probably get people to go?
I know. I think she's for real.
People was shooing her away when she got out the car.
Remember I told you I used to say she was trolling, but I actually think she believes it.
Isn't that sad?
Yeah,
that she does.
Crazy. Because I heard some Trumpsters, they always go to these Trump rallies, and they was throwing the Jesus word around. They was saying he's being persecuted like how Jesus was being persecuted. Yeah.
I don't even think this is worth talking about because she crazy. We all laugh.
That's what I said when I tell people when you argue with somebody, drink your water and stuff.
I'm fine. Go ahead.
When you argue with people, you can't argue and debate somebody who's in a whole nother universe.
Yeah.
So you gotta choose your battles when you
Yeah.
argue and you debate with people.
Yeah.
And I learned that a while. I'm still learning it because I'll get trapped into a debate.
That's true.
But I'll understand sometimes I'll stop and I'll go, I can't debate this person. We're not even on the same planet.
And then you got to understand, like when some of us who took debate in class and all that, it's both conversations are open to You know what? You got a good point. But what about this? If such and such,
I can't.
Not somebody who is like totally like the horse with the blinders on, and they totally go in that direction. I can't persuade her.
I could debate somebody who's a Trumpster if they were saying kind of what I was saying.
Okay.
This is personal.
Yeah.
This is.
They brought up the good points.
Should somebody use a law to, how when you go after somebody?
That's a healthy debate.
I'll even debate y'all like Mike saying that there's no title that should not. That's we're on the same planet,
right?
At least. Because then I can say, well, I feel like titles. It doesn't matter what title, or it does matter what title.
The law is the law.
And then Mike say, well, it doesn't matter what title. And I say, well,
regardless
it does matter what title.
President or whatever.
That's a debate of two people on the same planet.
Yeah.
But if I say, if Mike says it doesn't matter what title, and I say something like, yes, even somebody who's an earthworm and he's king of the worms, he should have the same ability as everybody else.
And I think
Mike,
you would stop talking to her, would you? If she starts saying worms like that.
There's ant kingdom. There's ants in the ant kingdom. Animals that have kings and queens. And an animal in the ant kingdom should not be held to the same standard
as the other ants. The lower ants.
Then you would say she's on a whole nother.
She's out there.
She's a Looney Tune. So
Twilight Zone.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is a Looney Tune.
She's a Twilight Zoner. She's woo-woo. She's using... Now we're not talking about the other cases. She's probably saying this particular case where the porn star thing, how dare you even put in the same category as Nelson Mandela's arrest and Jesus' arrest. They were not arrested for porn stars and gag money and lying. Really? Come on, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I really think it's time for you to sit down. I really think
six people that will keep voting for her.
No, we got to pray her out. You know what my prayer has always been for people in general is improve or remove. If she's not going to improve and get better on how she talks and her rhetoric, she needs to be removed.
Well, Mike says in politics, to be loyal is to not speak the truth when it harms a fellow party member. And True says Marjorie needs a psych evaluation.
I don't even know. She needs.
You had two comments here, Wendy, that I can't see. So I don't know if
retracted.
If YouTube retracted it or you did. Wendy says she is a mentally ill possessed. Oh, okay.
Oh, both of them.
She's mentally ill and possessed.
She's both. Okay, let's move on. I just had to share that one.
That's why her husband ran away from her.
I'm telling you, she may not be the same when he first married her. I think.
Can you imagine being married to somebody who says that Trump is like Jesus and Nelson Mandela?
His arrest, him being arrested, the people who have gone through similar to what he's going through, and she uses Mandela and Jesus.
Scooby-Doo says she was blasphemous mentioning Jesus. Especially with Easter coming up. Oh, a friend of mine said yesterday when we was looking at Trump doing his talk and stuff, he said, notice how this is the week of Easter. And it makes it better for him. It's like all planned. Because now he can look like, oh, they crucifying me.
He's a martyr.
I'm a martyr. Look at Marjorie Taylor Greene saying Jesus. They using Jesus' name a lot this week with Trump. They trying to turn him into the new Jesus. Jesus did not have a comb over. The Bible says his hair was like wool. He did not have a comb over. But this man is nothing like Jesus.
But you know what? Even the church that I used to go to, the conservative Christians, they have to even go, ooh, what Jesus did for me on Calvary, please don't even put your name in that sentence. Hopefully he'll continue the rhetoric and she'll continue the rhetoric where people who are truly believers of Christ go, and conservative, because I'm not knocking you. If you're Republican, that's fine.
You may not be in the cult.
But you may not be in that Trump do-overs cult group. And you'll stand back and go, whoa, this is too deep now. Because you're talking about our Lord and Savior. Oh, no. You are not the same. Don't even put yourself in that category.
Scooby-Doo says, did you see the video of people praying to the Orange Man? And Wendy says they're on script. That's sad.
It is. That's nothing to play with.
I don't play with God.
But that's probably a little hint of Antichrist.
That is Antichrist.
Because that's how it's going to be.
And it says...
a man,
man. And it says somebody who appears to do good.
Oh, we bow to you.
You bow to him. Never.
The idol.
Nope.
Bigger than Jesus. Lord, help us. Okay.
Can they at least get somebody who professes to be a Christian?
I would even pull out DeSantis more than come over.
Yeah, I know.
DeSantis has crazy, but DeSantis...
But he can at least be a Bible thumper.
Yes.
He can be like, nope. Yeah, if it's not in the Bible, but Trump, he's not even anywhere near that.
Don't even know how to hold the Bible. I mean, 2 Corinthians.
All right.
Man, come on.
All right.
Okay.
TikToker blasts parents of disrespectful students who made teacher walk out on class.
Oh, wow.
The number of people deciding to become a teacher is rapidly declining. Yeah. Education Next states that there are 20 to 30% fewer people going into teaching each year than there were a decade ago. Ed Week also highlighted a combination of factors as to why no one wants to teach anymore. And many TikTokers are saying that a recent video that's currently going viral on the platform is yet another reason why so few folks want to become educators these days.
Yep.
In the clip, a female substitute teacher is standing behind the desk, speaking loudly to students in the room, and people are laughing. I'm going to go. I don't even care if I don't get paid today. I'm just a stupid old white lady. That's all. She gathers her things from the desk. Yeah, do whatever you want to do. I don't care. You are going to do it anyway. Some of the students protest as she begins to leave. I'm walking right out the door. I won't even be back, she says as she exits the classroom. A text overlay in the clip reads, "They made the teacher leave." And see, teachers can't punch you like they did back in the day. See, back in the day, you throw erasers at kids and all kind of stuff. But that's the video. The video sparked a litany of different reactions from folks on the platform, like this one from Clay Reels. In this reaction video, he states he sympathized with the substitute teacher and put the onus on the students' poor behavior of their parents, stating that a generational poor approach to child rearing is what causes situations like this. Let me see if this will come up.
You even said the other day, future, people we're going to be taught by computers, taught by the holograms.
It's gonna be
because it's safer. Because think about it, schools are not safe anymore, and kids are even bringing in weapons, threatening teachers.
It's gonna be a robot.
Cliente. Hola, buenas noches.
Maybe a robot teacher.
Si me entrega
Your thing not on.
mañana en plaza. 1:30 como me indicaste por Instagram. Cliente. Hola, buenas noches. ¿Podría decirme si...
You don't have it on your thing, so I can't do it.
We don't really need to see it to know the disrespect.
But anyway,
that was probably happening.
They were disrespecting his teacher, and she was like, "I'm out of here.
You can't touch him."
Oh, here it is.
Wondering why there's such a big teacher shortage.
Yeah, people, and then they don't get paid.
Like, yes, it could be attributed to the low wages that they get paid, but it also has to do with the fact that these kids have no home training. And I know exactly how this type of stuff goes down. A teacher may piss a student off, and a student wants to make it a big deal, so they start
Yeah. All right.
I was watching one show where they were talking about the teachers. They called it a rubber room, where a lot of the teachers are sitting in the room. They can't, if they don't come to class, even though they have to sit down because of an investigation to see if the kids' comment was right or whatever. Where can they go? If they don't come in, they don't get paid.
That's why she said, "I don't care."
In this rubber room.
She said, "I don't care if I don't get paid."
And some of them do other work in there because they got to come physically so they can get paid as far as union. Otherwise, if they go home, they don't get paid.
Yeah, that's sad. On another note, even though we're talking about this one, did you notice? They have a pullout. This one guy is pitching for each class to have a pullout room if a shooter comes in.
What do you mean a pullout room?
It's like a panic room, a pullout panic room. It looks like it's part of the wall, and the teacher pulls it from the wall, and it comes into a square box, and all the kids run in there. It's a panic room.
That each classroom would have to have.
They say they want each classroom to have that.
So that's money.
Yeah,
that's money.
The schools would have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But I thought that was a good idea. I was like, oh, that's a good idea because you can't. It's a panic room.
What do you guys think about all these entertainers, all these athletes that are making over 6-7 figures? The schools that they attended, except LeBron, who's creating his own schools, but that they give back to the schools that they
some of them do,
attended. Well, I'm just saying more and more do it to do that panic room kind of thing to help it build, because a lot of these schools don't have money. So if you graduated from that school and you are a rap artist or you are an entertainer or an athlete, everybody who went to that school who is doing something, give back so those rooms can be built, and that'll be one way to help protect.
But I thought
that
was a good
idea. I just know it's going to cost a lot of money.
Wendy says Trump needs to be. See, my leg was going to sleep.
Yeah.
Wendy says Trump needs to be under gag order. You can go walk around.
No, I'm fine.
And Scooby Doo says, or just gag, tarred and feathered.
Ooh, stop.
Scooby can't stand Trump. And Wendy says, yes, I saw it. I was impressed. That room probably.
Yeah. So if I'm sure it's going to cost a lot of money.
Well, you just spoke of money, so here we go.
And maybe some schools need to close down and they need to just add on.
Well, you spoke of money, so let's talk about it.
Okay.
Wendy says it was cheap. Okay.
Oh, okay.
About Abbott Elementary could not afford one of those rooms. The show you watch, I guess.
And it would have to be, if somebody from Abbott Elementary that's got money will give back to the school.
Here, let's talk about money, because you just said it. Forbes released this list of billionaire celebrities. Kim Kardashian, Rihanna, Jay-Z among the richest people in the world as billionaire list is unveiled. Jay-Z sums up what it takes to be a billionaire and an entertainer, not a businessman. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Okay, about the business, I guess. He and several business-savvy celebrities from Tinseltown.
I'm a business.
Right. Man. That, right.
He is a business.
Right. He and several business-savvy celebrities. That's what I'm saying. That he's the one that says he got Beyonce in his name, LLC. Because of your name, I'm a business. I'm not a business. Your name is a brand. I'm a business.
Jay-Z and Beyonce's name is a brand. Right. Like McDonald's, like Target.
The Woods Report.
We got to get it covered.
No, we are already.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Singer Rihanna and reality star Kim Kardashian have risen along with Jay-Z to top billionaire status on the list that was released April 4th. However, keeping up with the Kardashian personality's ex-husband Kanye West fell off the tally after his brand partnership with Adidas ended earlier this year.
Okay.
Rihanna, creator of Fenty Beauty, 35, took the spot at number 2002. And is worth $1.4
at number
billion.
2002.
Right, at $1.4 billion.
Okay.
Dang, it's 2,000 billionaires?
Wow, that's a good.
Rockefeller Records CEO Jay-Z, 53, placed at 1,217 and is valued at $2.5 billion. Forbes revealed that their annual billionaire list on Tuesday, and several entertainers were among the big earners. Kim Kardashian, the Skims founder, 42, was put at number 2,259, and her wealth is $1.2 billion. Kanye gets money from Skims. So as long as she makes money, he'll always make money. Among the other top earners on the list are Oprah Winfrey, Steven Spielberg still making money, and Michael Jordan.
Wow.
It's those deals,
and
man.
And the thing is, they're only like the beginning of the billions. Who is later in the billions? 300 billion.
Tesla founder Elon Musk was dethroned as the world's richest person alive, with Louis Vuitton man CEO Bernard Arnault beating him. I have put that on the thing. Who's the richest man in the world now? It's now the Louis Vuitton man.
It is?
Yeah.
Wow.
The South African-born business magnate, 51, racked 180 billion, worth 100, I guess, while the fashion retailer, 74, is at 211 billion. LVMH is the parent company of more than 70 luxury style labels: Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, Givenchy, Tiffany, Sephora, and even Fenty Beauty.
Parent company. That parent is making some money.
The organization's added about $53 billion to its network over the year, which is the highest jump of any billionaire, Forbes reported. Amazon mastermind Jeff Bezos was third, with his catalog putting him at $114 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So Elon Musk is still worth more than Jeff Bezos, even though he spent $30 billion, I forgot, on Twitter.
Oh yeah, that was like a hobby. I'll buy it. I may not want it anymore. Yeah, it's like buying a little toy car or something.
Kardashian sister Kylie Jenner was also knocked off the lineup, having been on 2019 when she was given little of the youngest self-made billionaires in the world. As for West 45, the Jesus Walk rapper was the highest paid hip-hop musician of 2021 alongside Jay-Z. These people can pay for those panic rooms that I was talking about. Mm-hmm. When you were saying who can pay for the panic room, Elon Musk could buy every school in the country a panic room.
I think too
Jay-Z could buy all of the black ones. Jay-Z, Michael Jordan, all of them. Every low income neighborhood in the country school should have something from them.
Should. But will that ever happen?
Thank you. Let's see. M. Perk says Abbott Elementary could not afford it. Scooby-Doo says the video of them praying to Orange Man was on Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie. Wow, you saw it, right?
No.
Them praying to him.
I believe that. I believe they putting him on a pedestal, making him a god.
All right, I always never
Orange God.
Let me go to I never get to it. Well, should I do Xscape? I always say I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, because I saw the show yesterday. Their reality
y'all know
show.
What's going on with Xscape, right? It's
their reality show. Them with SWV.
Candy and Tiny explain why Tasha and Tasha Scott won't be reuniting with Xscape anytime soon. Basically, in a nutshell,
is that the blonde head sister?
Yeah, the one on the end right here. Basically, in a nutshell, her husband is a complete idiot,
just like Monique's. When you get those husbands, those spouses that try to take over, that are greedy, the spirit of greed is on him, and he's messing it up for everybody. That
Tasha, first of all, the whole issue with Xscape, Tasha and Candy never got along from the very beginning,
right?
And Tamika and Tasha, the two sisters, went against Tiny and Candy when the group was formed. And according to Tamika, now she's saying she was lying, but they would make up stuff and say that Candy was sleeping with Jermaine Dupri and all this other stuff.
And that hurt her too.
And that she was sleeping around, and that's basically how she got everything she needed or whatever. And Tasha pretty much ran the group. That's pretty much what Brat said, because Brat knew all of them. She said, you was running the group when she went on Ricky Smiley show, Tasha. She said, what I saw, you was pretty much running the group. And Candy was always walking around sad. And Tasha was like, I don't understand what you're talking about. Every time somebody brings something to Latasha,
she acts like
she don't understand what they're talking about.
Like I'm dumb.
What do you mean I was running the group? And then that's when Brat was saying, you told everybody what to do and everything, what the songs and everything.
Very, very controlling.
And I think what it was, she reminds me of somebody who got in a girl group to use it so that she can branch off and be famous, but it never went for her.
Not like a Beyonce.
Yeah. The Destiny's Child was formed for Beyonce to become famous. Her dad did it. Latasha wanted that for Xscape, and it didn't work for her.
Her vocals is not that strong to do that.
And then she's not a nice person.
And her husband is greedy.
Her husband, I believe, is messing her up. Because he messed up that, then they came to get back together.
Right.
He got in a fight or pulled a gun on, allegedly, on one of the promoters. And now they come to find out why all this was happening, because he was getting money under the thing for them to appear.
He's still trying to do that. If y'all watching their reality show SWV and them together, the tour, the concert, I don't know if it was that reality show was them leading up into the actual concert. the craziness on both groups, and even all the women coming together in the drama. Now the two sisters are at each other. One sister stole from the other one.
Says that Latasha was taking her checks, her royalty checks from this one company and cashing them. She used her passport, and she also had said that her husband was her manager, so he signed, and Latasha was signing, and they was sending the checks to their address or whatever, and they was taking them.
They was taking her money.
Latasha saying, "I didn't take your money. I never took your money." Her husband is saying with his bald head, "I never took your money. Nobody took your money. I can't say anything because your mom don't want me to say anything."
She has receipts.
Your mom doesn't want me to say anything. So this is what I think happened. Just in case Latasha and bald head is telling the truth. Latasha and Tamika lived with their mom after Xscape because they ain't had no money.
Okay.
And Latasha talks about being pregnant and staying with her mom.
Right.
If the mom is telling them not to say nothing, maybe she told them to take those checks to pay her back for when Latasha was staying with her and probably wasn't giving her any money.
They should have said something.
They don't want to say nothing because then that makes the mom a thief and she'll be charged.
Because she said she was going to charge her sister for stealing them.
Exactly.
And her sister's name is on it. It's not her mom's name, even though her mom may have, if you said if that's the truth. She said, there's a time frame that I can still have you arrested, Latasha.
But Latasha was Tamika. Tamika said,
Tamika said that to Latasha.
And Tamika said she wasn't going to bring out the receipts, but Latasha kept saying she wasn't telling the truth.
Exactly.
So she said, I have to clear my name. Now, I believe the mom does have something to do with it. And let me tell you why. Since all this has happened, they've squashed the beef. Tamika
they're together since that reality show aired. Okay.
Tamika and Tasha have spoken and they've made up and they're not talking about it anymore. Don't that sound like the mom got something to do with it?
Because Tamika always said Latasha was the favorite, the mom's favorite. So that was another thing that came out. But what I watched last night with the reality show with the SWV and them, the Xscape ladies came together and say, let's talk. Tamika had some emails and texts proving that Latasha's husband acting up again, wanted money, kickback for her, and was going to
that's what he was doing. Women. He was a manager. He was Tasha's manager.
But he was promising the promoters, I'll get with the women
and talk them into doing it. But you got to give me some money to do that.
Thank you.
And you can't do that.
And it's so funny because Candy wasn't as vocal, and I sit there and I think about it. She what is it, Tiny? Tiny's more vocal with that. She said anything that's done money-wise needs to be on the table. We all need to be have clue about it. But I'm thinking to myself, Tiny and Candy, they really don't need to be in this drama.
Nah.
I like the idea that they came together with both groups.
And both of them are pushovers.
Yeah.
I can see Tasha running this group because Tamika's that's her sister.
Yeah.
So she's going to let her run her.
And she mouthy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Candy's laid back until you put her in a corner.
Yeah.
Tiny can talk, but still be kind of like peaceful.
Yeah.
So I kind of see the personalities and why Latasha probably is the controlling one. But that husband, it reminded me of Monique and her husband. Let them go.
Daddy.
Let them go because they causing problems for those ladies. They're going to be burning bridges.
She has a new show on Netflix, Monique. Y'all already know how I feel about Buckethead Monique.
What's the name of the show?
It's a comedy, a thing. And people were saying, you're no Dave Chappelle or something like that. And she answered them back. Monique always has to answer people back.
She does.
She needs to just shut up.
That's what is so funny because when
enjoy your show and just shut up.
When I was watching the reality show with Judge Mathis, Judge Mathis and his family, which I knew it wasn't going to be another season because their family's kind of boring.
Judge Mathis
and his family. His sons had to tell him their dad always comes back.
He talks
when they say negative stuff. He said, but I don't like when they make comments about me and my daughters.
Let me tell you what Judge Mathis did.
When he comes back and says, yo mama or whatever.
Judge Mathis talks too much.
He does.
He recently came on and did.
His son said that.
He recently came on and did either Instagram or Twitter or something, going after 50 Cent.
Why?
He said, 50, you my man, you my dog or whatever. But I guess, okay, somebody's with Vivica Fox. doing a thing or show or movie, something y'all know, on BMF. BMF is the show that 50 Cent produces on Stars.
Right.
And it's about that group, that criminal group, BMF.
That family,
And the woman that's behind them, the mother or whatever, somebody, Vivica Fox and Judge Mathis is producing either a spinoff or some type of documentary or something about her. And 50 Cent is trying to block it. Why? So Judge Mathis came and said, look, dude, leave it alone. Let her eat too. You can't be the only one making money. She's from BMF. Let her make some money. How
can he block that though?
Because I guess he's saying the whole BMF thing came from me. Whatever.
Oh, because it's stemming from that BMF?
Yeah.
But she's taking that character?
But Judge Mathis was like, she's a friend of mine. I grew up in the streets. And, I wasn't always this judge. And she's a friend. Always.
40 years ago. They ain't doing the street thing like what you did.
I wasn't always. And this lady, she's a friend of mine. She's a good, And, we different now. I'm still the same Judge Mathis, though. In other words, he's trying to strong arm 50 Cent. Like, I'm a judge, but I'm still from Detroit. He said, we're from Detroit, and we don't like that. Mm-hmm. He's trying to muscle 50 Cent.
How did 50 Cent reply?
He ain't said nothing yet. So I wonder if Judge Mathis is still in the streets.
I don't know because he usually don't say anything unless he has some pull. So I don't know. Maybe he did get to 50 Cent.
Judge Mathis.
Because he's a judge. He's a lawyer. He knows the law. I don't know. 50 Cent been acting cuckoo a lot.
And he probably got a lot of stuff on people that's still out in the street.
Yeah.
And he never said nothing.
Or he could get stuff on him.
So he's still cool. Because he's not a snitch.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But he does have a big mouth. His sons told him that, Dad, you can't always respond to everything on social media.
All right, let's go here. Let me go up because it went through. Y'all was talking. The video of them. Okay. True says, this is Tasha. She always wanted to be solo and hasn't let it go in 30 years. She's bitter and doesn't realize the blessing of being able to perform as a group.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
Mike Perk says, no hating on bald heads.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mike.
I always say bald heads if they
don't hate on bald heads.
Only if they dumb bald heads.
Okay.
True says, either way, the checks were deposited in Rocky's account. Thank you.
Yeah, either way.
Even if the mom told you to do it, you still put it in your account.
That's what Tamika saw.
And True says she can't deny it. I don't think they really made up. That's what True says. She was on Andy Cohen's show the other night, and she said she hasn't spoken to her mom or sister other than business. And Wendy says, my name is Monique. Monique says she likes women. Ugh. I don't care. I wouldn't want Monique.
My name is Monique.
Even though she don't have...
Wendy, that's your middle name?
Unless she don't... remember, she don't have an open marriage anymore. It's not open anymore. We were all wrong for saying you shouldn't have one, but apparently...
now she's going that direction to not have one anymore.
All right, that was it.
I saw it last night, and I was asking my sister, I said, we can talk a little bit on this, because it was all four of them, Candy and Latasha. Now the sisters are kind of beefing.
Yeah.
But it's just unfortunate that all of this to say, here's the thing, and we all can go back old school when we watch Unsung, Censored, those shows that talk about the old groups, like Atlanta Star and Midnight Star and the Duke, all those old groups. Majority of the time, when you see those shows, Unsung, they always have beef with one another, don't they? It's a falling out. Somebody leaves. They think they can do solo. And you thinking, why do people not embrace the group thing? Unless it's like a Beyonce or a Diana Ross or a Lionel Richie, where your main singers actually go. Fred Hammond leaving commission. They actually leave. Then you hopefully want to stay together because your strong singer is gone. And you want to replace him with another voice that's similar. A lot of groups do that. But the xscape, I don't know why Latasha don't embrace the strength that she has with these ladies, because she's not nothing by herself. Her voice is not that strong. Coco tried to go solo on SWV. I don't care, Coco. You can get backup singers. SWV is a unit. All three of y'all. And y'all blend together. Y'all look. And I was even surprised with TLC. They were trying to find a replacement for Left Eye when she passed away. And when we went to their concert, it was the two of them did a video, a big giant video screen of Left Eye's part in the songs. Oh. That is very creative. And I love when TLC did that because they probably said we can't replace Left Eye.
They was trying to at first, but
they tried to at first, but they just embraced the sound that they have with Left Eye, and that's how they incorporated her in their concert.
That was good.
But Xscape, Latasha, you don't need to go solo, boo. You're not that strong.
She got a gospel album out.
Latasha?
She got a gospel album coming out with all of this stuff.
Coco had a gospel song out, a gospel album out.
But Coco didn't have all of this drama.
Yeah, but she realized that she needed to be with SWV.
Thank you.
Sorry, ladies. Y'all need to either stay together or just don't do it anymore. Maybe go in another way.
Well, the three of them are going to staying together without Latasha.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, Latasha's out the group now.
So they probably going to get another vocal to take her place?
No, just three of them is going on their own.
Are they going to do her parts?
I don't know.
They not strong enough.
No.
Yeah, y'all need each other. Y'all need Latasha to do the song.
I think they could get another Latasha.
Yeah, they gonna have to.
Because
Candy's voice
what's
is
In
not that
Vogue?
strong.
In Vogue got that new girl.
In Vogue, you can do it. You can blend them in and you won't
You
really
could get
notice.
another Latasha.
In Vogue, though, she didn't sing all the songs. In Vogue, it was at least 2 or 3 singers.
No, she did. She was that man.
Not all of them. She didn't do all the songs.
All of them. Well, Latasha don't sing all the songs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know I can't remember all their records.
They could do what In Vogue did. Just replace Latasha.
Now, in SWV, don't Coco sing most of the songs?
Yeah, that's it. They can't replace Coco.
So I'm sorry.
But Xscape can replace Tasha.
Okay. All right.
Like In Vogue did.
We'll see. And she'll go solo and probably go solo. Nobody will see her no more.
We'll see how her gospel album. That's your world. Gospel. Let's see how her gospel album
And you guys
goes.
answer this. Why does it when a lot of entertainers don't do they're not doing well in R&B no more, they go to gospel music?
They always
I'm gonna do a gospel song. I'm gonna be a gospel artist now.
They always wanted to sing to God.
I understand if you're an R&B song, R&B artist, and you want to do a gospel song like Snoop did.
All right, here we go. Wendy says that's the name of Netflix special. My name is Monique.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Wendy.
Christopher C says I finally made it to a live stream. Yay! And Wendy says on the special, my name is Monique. She says she likes women.
That's not surprising.
True says not that there's anything wrong with it. I was doing Seinfeld.
Like Seinfeld.
Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's her.
But Monique, she's
want
open
Monique.
to a lot of things. So
True says Xscape had an unsung episode and Latasha's contradicting what she said on there. If Latasha wants a successful solo career, she needs to stop walking around like she's sucking on lemons. I agree. And now that her husband has been caught cheating, she's saying she's in an open relationship. Yeah. She says, because he got like 3 or 4 women coming out now.
Does that mean that you also dating too?
No, it's when
You're
women
just calling it open.
Usually when women say they in an open relationship, that means I let him do whatever he do. And
you should be able to do what you want to do too.
No, they ain't in an open relationship.
Like Jada and Will.
Most people who say they in an open relationship, not in an open relationship.
Okay.
It's the man who's sleeping around and the woman.
They just open that he's doing it and don't care.
True says her album comes out Good Friday.
So the sad thing about it is you're saying she's doing a gospel.
She has a gospel album.
Her attitude, I don't think she can minister to me.
Nope.
Not with that attitude.
And M. Perk says they go back to their roots in gospel. Yep.
Yeah.
And Christopher C says Latasha is delusional.
To do a gospel album with
gospel
Tasha?
album.
You got make amends with the ladies that you're singing with and your mom and your sister. I hope this
And how
gospel
you gonna
changes
be in
your
an
heart
open
and your
relationship
spirit.
and you doing a gospel album?
That's what I'm saying. Are you just doing this because like Snoop Dogg did a gospel record? And
he don't even say he in an open relationship, even though he is. You've never heard Snoop Dogg say,
"No,
I'm in an open relationship,"
even though he is.
Even though everybody knows he is.
That's
the
true.
only time I saw his wife get mad at him is a long time ago. He went into a party. If y'all remember, and he had 2 women on dog chains.
Oh my gosh.
The dog pound. He had them with the dog collars around them, and he was leading them around. That's the only time I saw his wife come out.
How long ago was that?
Like 20 years ago. But that's the only time I saw his wife come out publicly and said, absolutely. You have kids? No.
Oh my goodness.
That's the only time.
Really?
He's been with prostitutes. He's been in hotels. He was with the pimp for a long time.
Yeah.
Nothing. She says
he has
nothing.
A very, very cloudy past. And probably still doing it.
But he came out with a gospel album.
Yes, he
for
did.
His mom.
And got an award.
For his mom before she died. Because his mom, now I did
his
watch.
His mom is a Christian.
I did. It's so funny when you watch Snoop. Mm-hmm. I did watch some kind of, was it MTV or something, where they followed him home. This is when his mom was still alive. And the old ladies from the neighborhood was all in the living room.
Yes, I remember
you saw that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God bless you. Snoop. We love Snoop. Come on in.
Come on. Bless your heart.
Bless. We praying for him. God bless his soul. Lord, heal him and deliver him in the name of Jesus.
Name of Jesus.
He's a good man. No, he's just
he tries.
He's just got the devil working with him.
Oh, stop.
And we're gonna bind that spirit up. And they were speaking in tongues and everything.
Yes, they was.
So he knows what's up.
You know the power.
And he went on in the kitchen and ate something, and his mom was there. And before I just want to see him do God's will or something. So he did that album for his mother,
for his mom,
and then when she got a chance before she passed to witness it. Yep. And that's why in the Super Bowl thing, there's a picture of his mom in the back. When he performs during the Super Bowl halftime, there's a picture of his mom in the back of him. But Latasha, her father is a pastor. Her mom,
so they're PKs.
They're PK. Her mom is a Christian or whatever, and they've always wanted the girls to sing gospel. This not the time, Tasha. You got too much stuff going on.
You got a lot of baggage.
I don't think she needs to release it now.
I don't think baggage from her sister.
She needs to do a Jimmy Swaggart, the snot. Well, she did have the snot. She did do the forgive with the snot coming out of her nose, but she didn't put it on nobody else. I mean, on her. She put it on everybody else. She got to do the same video with the snot coming out of her nose. Okay, saying it's me. I did it. I did wrong. I wronged my sister. I wronged my family. Yeah. My husband
almost like a repentant heart.
My husband is cheating on me, and I don't know what to do.
I'm a hurt woman.
I'm a hurt woman. I gave it to God. And my album is about giving it all to God.
Yes.
Lay on the throne of God.
This song came to me when I was feeling this way.
So I lay on the throne with God. And I put this album out, y'all, for you. Some of y'all may be going through. You at your lowest of your lowest. That's where I'm at right now. And I feel like together we can do this. We can, God
that it will minister to your life like it did to me.
Yeah. Where's her PR person?
People do gospel stuff for the different reasons, though. They don't do it all for what you just said.
No, but at this point, that's what she needs to say.
Yeah, she does. She does. Otherwise,
with the snot coming out, don't even wipe it away.
And I don't want to say nothing wrong against her project. I'm very happy that she's doing gospel. That's wonderful. I just pray that she's led by the Holy Spirit to the purpose of us turning and accepting Christ is to change our hearts.
But you can't
don't seem change.
You can't get on TV saying that you didn't steal nobody's money and you got an open relationship.
Yeah.
And come on, everybody, and let's follow Jesus down to the old river.
Yeah.
No, that's not gonna work, honey. True says I agree, Christopher, because Christopher says Latasha's delusional. And True says, right, accountability can help save her project and career. And Rocky is the PR, laugh out loud.
You know what?
All right,
one show, though, I want to leave with, I'm going to try to check it out.
So Latasha's the donkey of the day, y'all.
Yeah, she's the donkey. Yeah, unfortunately. There's a reality show called Grown and Gospel.
Oh, I saw the previews of that. I don't like that.
I wanted to catch an episode of that because one of the comments that the guy made about, I wonder if Jesus gets horny.
Yes.
And I sat there, my spirit was troubled.
I hate that show. I saw the previews. They're all people that come from gospel artists.
Yes.
They're kids.
And I sat there and I went, Lord Jesus, I know you're open to however you love the freedom of how we speak and whatever. But when he made that comment about Jesus getting, I wonder if Jesus ever got horny. And I'm thinking this man, if he is a believer, he doesn't understand how Jesus came into this world. He didn't come in the world the way we came in. All have sinned and died and came short of the glory of God. He was immaculate conception.
But even if you think
so, that's why he
I don't
didn't
think
sin
that. But I'm
like
saying
that.
I don't think that. But even if
I
you think that, why would you say that?
I know, but I'm just saying it's just
you know what I'm saying. Like I could think of myself. I wonder if Jesus wanted to punch that man in the nose.
No, but a lot of people say that.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to say
that.
No,
a lot of people have made comments about his sexuality. Him
with Mary
with one of the Marys, and I'm sitting there going, but Jesus, you wasn't born.
And what does it matter?
The way you came into the earth, so you didn't have fleshly problems like we do.
But here's my thing: even if you go with that,
did he ever get horny?
But even if you go with that, you still.
I get what you're saying.
What does it matter? That's not the whole purpose of who he was.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The purpose for me, for in my opinion. If you're making that comment, you truly don't know him.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't have a relationship with him.
That has nothing to do with why he came on this earth. That's like somebody saying, okay, Denzel Washington. I wonder if Denzel Washington ever urinated on himself. What does that have to do with anything?
What makes you think that?
I wonder if he ever peed on himself.
I don't know.
What does that have to? But that has nothing to do with him being an actor.
But you guys,
what does him peeing on himself make you feel better?
When you get a chance, look at that show and y'all tell me how y'all feel about that show. Grown and gospel.
I don't want to see that. I saw the previews and I was
and one girl said, nobody knows that I live a double life. I strip.
She worked at a strip club and sing gospel in church on Sunday.
Are our reality shows come this dirty and filthy when it comes to Christianity?
If I was their parents, I would be ashamed. You saw who the kids are, don't you?
I think I only know one of them.
Michael Brooks' son
from Commission.
Yes.
We just talked about Commission.
Witness.
With Fred Hammond.
Witness.
Oh, Witness.
One of the girls, Witness, her daughter.
See, because we used to listen to those groups.
Dang.
So Michael Brooks from Commission.
If you would have told me you was going to talk about that, I would have looked it up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What is it called?
A Grown and Gospel.
Yeah,
I didn't know who the parents were for all the kids.
Well, Michael Brooks is a troublemaker.
Yeah, he was a troublemaker when Fred Hammond was with them because Fred had leaves.
Seed would be.
Oh, wow.
And Witness, they was acting up.
He was the reason why Witness, when he married, what's her name? One of the singers. He was the reason why Witness broke up.
And isn't it funny how both their kids is in the show?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
I'm gonna watch an episode of it.
They did. I watched them meet the cast, and they were showing who their parents were.
Oh,
I'm not watching this. It's such a horrible. Oh, okay. Rihanna Hammond, daughter of Grammy and Dove Stellar Award winner Fred Hammond.
So Fred's daughter. Is she not the strip club one?
No, I hope not.
Oh my goodness.
She says their estrangement began after her parents' divorce. Still, she's hoping they can one day reconcile.
Yeah, because he divorced. Yes. So is Israel.
She ain't in
They remarried. I mean, he hasn't remarried.
She ain't in her dad's life.
Who is Latasha Page Lockhart?
Sunday's Best.
Lisa Page. That's the one that married Michael Brooks.
Daughter of Lisa Page Brooks.
From the Witness Group and Commission. Oh, that's their. Okay,
there you go.
Elijah
Connor.
Who is he?
Since he's traded in his traditional gospel, baby. Okay, R&B. Certain flair. Oh, he's the R&B, I guess.
Okay,
Connor attracted attention after he appeared on The Four. Since then, he had traded in the traditional gospel music
versus secular.
So he's nobody.
So who is Nikki?
Nikki Cole. Deronda Clark Cole's daughter.
The Clark sisters. Dorinda.
Her relationship with her mother has been tested more times than not due to her being rebellious for much of her young adult life. Now 40, she's more stable and working as a tour manager for her mother and her aunts.
Think about
it. So she's probably good on here.
Okay.
She's probably good.
I wanted to take a look at it.
I don't think all of them are knuckleheads.
Okay.
Singer, wife, and mother of three, raised by two pastors, highly revered in Detroit. Shauna Wilson Williams.
So that's
that's the cast.
That's the cast, you guys. If you get a chance, watch it.
Grown
and gospel.
So all of them don't seem bad.
Who was the guy that said, I wonder if Jesus ever got horny?
Probably that guy that went from gospel to secular music with the blonde hair.
But then raise up a child in the way they should go. Hopefully when they are old, they will not depart with the word of God. But your kids can act cuckoo. You can't control that.
Christopher C. says, I've been watching it, Grown and Gospel. True says the sound that sounds like something that LR would say. Christopher says they are kids of famous gospel artists and they are messy. Carlos King is the producer.
Carlos King, yep. He produces this one.
M. Perk says the Bible says was tempted like all of us. He's talking about Jesus. Mm-hmm. But being horny is a lustful state and is sinful. Therefore, the answer is no. Because Jesus did not sin. He had to be a perfect sacrifice.
But I think
so, you big dummy, to answer your question, was Jesus ever horny? I agree with Mike. The answer is no. Because to be horny means you're in a state of something, which means he's sinning. And the Bible says he was without sin.
Thank you.
Big dummy. M. Perk says, also do not give attention to the unwise. I think it is better to not watch the show. Christopher C. says Dorinda Clark's daughter.
Okay.
Fred Hammond's daughter. He's naming them. Yes, Fred Hammond's daughter was the stripper.
Poor Fred.
That's probably why she's estranged.
Yeah.
But she's not a stripper anymore, is she?
But you know what? In all of this to say, even in their craziness, God still loves them.
God still loves you.
His love is beyond that. He looks beyond that
craziness. I wonder why they didn't put Kurt Franklin's son, because he can't stand his dad.
I don't know.
They should have put him on that show. They probably gonna have a season 2.
You think?
Season 2 gonna be his dad, him.
Yeah.
Who other gospel people probably gonna be? Somebody from the Winans family.
not the brother that's in jail for the
it's gonna be
the scheme.
Okay, y'all. Season 2. They already got a Clark.
You know what?
It's gonna definitely be somebody in the Winans family. Kurt Franklin's son.
Let's put it this way: we got messy in our family. All of us got messy.
Everybody does.
We got messy. So we're not even all totally, perfect. If you were to follow us with a camera, you may hear some stuff and go, "Ooh, Lenora, Kim."
They are following us with a camera.
No, I'm saying every day. Like
my mother laughed.
Double. What is it? DDG. Them like doing the whole thing, and you may hear my mom say something. Ooh, Miss Woods. Ooh, not you. So I get it. I just wanted to take a look at the show because I've never seen it.
Also, too, we're not doing a reality show.
Yeah.
Don't put your mess on TV and then when people talk about it, get mad.
I believe that's one reason why Mary not on anymore. Because
oh yeah, their kids are too small. But
she was getting tired of it because even with the family, with her husband in that situation. Remember, they went through that on TV.
Who else got older kids? A Hawkins kid.
Hawkins,
like Tremaine Hawkins,
her kid,
or somebody's kid from there.
Yeah,
yeah, I can see.
I'm thinking there's a lot of gospel artists out there whose kids can be.
So they can have a season 2. I'm not watching
whose
season 1.
Kids are out there and acting crazy.
Chris said, no, she is not a stripper. She is trying to have a gospel career now. Good.
Okay.
And Mike says, yeah, the older I get, the more I am thankful for grace.
Thank you, Lord.
Woo, thank you for grace.
Thank you, Lord.
Because we all be, earth to be opening up, swallowing us all into the ground.
Thank you, God, for grace and mercy. Okay.
Right,
I just had to mention that show because if you
made us go extra.
I'm sorry because I just thought about it with looking at their reality show. That crazy.
I was going to talk about today. Mm-hmm. If you can remember, because I didn't put the stuff I said I was going to talk about yesterday.
What?
The Cash App founder was found dead, stabbed to death. The guy who's the CEO of Cash App.
You're kidding.
A pilot endured snakes in the plane. The real snakes in the plane.
Oh my God, with Samuel Jackson.
Donald Glover says that Tina Fey told him he was a diversity hire when he was on a show. That they only hired. In other words, I hired you because you was black.
Doesn't matter though. He's Danny Glover.
Right, Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
I know everybody keeps saying Danny Glover. Mm-hmm. And then a 68-year-old woman. I was going to talk about this. I'll talk about it tomorrow. Mm-hmm. A 68-year-old woman. So say these things. Had a surrogate have her son's child who passed away. Her son had donated sperm, and the lady got a surrogate. She didn't use her own egg. She used a surrogate's egg. And the lady, and she put the sperm, they put the sperm in with the surrogate, and they had the baby. And so the woman she adopted the baby. It was a way to keep her son alive.
Yeah, that's different.
So a friend of mine was telling me today, is this what black people gonna start doing? Because they killing us off early, killing black men off early. Maybe black women should start getting the sons to donate their sperm to hold on to it. So in case something happens to him, they can keep
I don't know how many families would do that.
Keep the legacy going.
No, because the real sad thing about it.
All right, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Black people, I'm not talking all black people.
Can't afford it. Right?
Can't afford it, and then a lot of times people don't think legacy.
Yeah,
black folks.
So we'll talk about that tomorrow.
We don't think leaving a legacy. What's a legacy? Ooh.
All right, y'all. So don't forget to like Mike said, like the video, because that's all that it sees.
The computer
says like
you liking it.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to do what's this thing, super chat? If you want to give us a super chat, that's welcome too. Sometimes you'll go in people's thing and they'll get like $1 or $5 or $2 super chat. That helps keep the channel on too.
Okay.
And then subscribe.
Okay.
And always believe. You want to try it again, Ma? And that was another Woods Report. See you later.